Hi guys. So today we're going to talk about a topic for our children's books. And I picked out 5 books that you guys all really like. And it's all about me. It's just being me. And some of us like colors that are different than others, and some of us like different foods. But we all can agree that we have great imaginations. So I'm going to read you 5 really fun books today about different parts of just being yourself, okay? So the first book we're going to read is called Not a Box. It's about a little bunny and a box. So remember, the front side of our book is called the cover, and on the cover there's a lot of different things. There's usually a picture, there's usually a title, maybe what they've come up with for awards. And then by is who's it by. It's by Antoinette Portis. It tells us how much it weighs, which that's kind of silly.
That's kind of silly.
Scholastic is the one that was the, shoot. Are you going to stop it, Spence? I can't think.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that published it. Sorry, I forget words sometimes. They published it. So this is the front cover and the back cover. Most books have a spine. This is kind of a thin book. It doesn't really have much of a spine. And then the inside is the inside title. And then it gives us all kinds of information. Who wrote it, who published it, and the year it was published. So 2006 was the year it was published.
Go.
So this part right here is usually where the author writes a special note to someone that they want to dedicate the book to. So in this book it says, to children everywhere sitting in cardboard boxes. So we're going to read Not a Box. Why are you sitting in a box? It's not a box. Look what it is. What are you doing on top of that box? Look at him standing on that box. It's not a box. Rabbit Peak, it says. He's on top of a mountain. What? Why are you squirting a box? Look, he's squirting a box with a hose. What do you think he's doing? I said it's not a box. Look, he's a firefighter. Now you're wearing a box? This is not a box. Are you still standing around in that box? It's not a box. Look at it. It's a pirate. It's a hot air balloon. It's on an elephant. It's a boat. Well, what is it then? He's got a little hole in there. He's going to think. It's not a box. So that's kind of fun. Maybe today you could think up something. You could find a cardboard box and make it into something that's not a box. What do you think? Okay, we're going to go on to the next book. This is called The Mixed Up Alphabet. I love this book. So The Mixed Up Alphabet is by Steve Metzger and illustrated by Janny Ho. And look, there's a little cute little mouse at the little bottom of the chalkboard. There's some alphabet letters. And again, there's something on the back. It's published by Scholastic. And we'll see what year it was published. And it was published in 2007. And their foreword is To My Father from Steve Metzger. And from the illustrator it says, To My Family and Yusuf with Love. So we're going to start our book. Once upon the alphabet, from A right down to Z, the letters played together, a happy family. They never had to worry or ask what they should do. When A said, time to get in line, they knew who followed who. Until one day, it's not fair. I'm always last, the Z said to the O. What makes A so special? That's what I want to know. The O just shook his head and sighed. It's always been that way. It will be so tomorrow, like it was yesterday. Let's mix things up, said Z to A as they stood eye to eye. Switching places will be fun. Come on, now let's try. And so they changed. The Z moved up. Now he was first in line. They hopped over next to Y. She said, "This spot is fine." The other letters saw the switch. They shouted, "Let's change too. We've been like this forever. It's time for something new." L, M, N, O, P split up. The P said, "This is better. When children say the alphabet, we won't sound like one letter." The Q skipped up to U and said, "You should be next to me." And M did the tricks on V and X. The E told jokes to B. The S said, "Get me out of here, away from R and T. They're such good friends. They love to hug. They're always squeezing me." The B and D moved side by side. X marked another spot. "Now we're okay," said O and K. The I said, "I am not." The G joined J to dance and swing. It was quite a scene. The F said, "H is so much fun. He's like a trampoline." Look at him jumping on that H.
Jumping on the H.
Brave C climbed to the top of L. P shouted out, "Don't fall." The Y was shy and wondered why she had to move at all.
No.
At last the letters settled down, as comfy as could be. What a mixed up alphabet, led by Zigzag Z. The next morning, oh, look at the alphabet, guys. Z, N, D, B, E, F, H, I, G, J, O, K, V, M, X, R, T, Q, U, S, W, P, L, C, Y, A.
That's not right.
The K woke up and looked around and said, "There's something wrong. When children come to school today, they'll want to sing our song. It's ABC, not Z and D. They love to sing about. Some will be sad, some will be mad, and some will yell and shout." But Z said, "Kids might like the switch. It's cool. It's something new. The ABC song's really old. I'm sorry, but it's true." In a soft and quiet voice, the Y spoke up to say, "You just want to be in front. That's why you want to stay." The letters froze in silence. It was quite a sight. Finally, the R spoke up and said, "Hey, Y is right." "There's the bus," the D cried out. "The kids are coming near. There's only one right thing to do. Let's switch before they're here." The B leaped over D and N. The C ran right past J. V and T tripped on the Q. The L bumped into K. The letters were all back in place. It didn't take them long. And when the class was ready, they sang their favorite song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? That's a fun book, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to move on to another one. But before we do that, think about some things in the house that are your alphabet. Maybe you want to go on an alphabet hunt today. Maybe pick a letter of the alphabet and walk around your house and find all the things that start with that letter. Like you could pick the letter C and there's a chair and there's the couch. Or you could pick the letter L and you're in the living room. Just something fun to do today. So we're going to move on to our next book. And it's called A Color of His Own by Leo Lionni. Trying not to lose my books here, guys. By Leo Lionni. And he writes a lot of books like this. And he's a wonderful author. And if you ever get the chance to read some other ones by him, I think we have some coming up, you will really like it. So this is Leo Lionni, A Color of His Own. It was published by Scholastic. And it was published. Let's see if I can ever get to it. It was published. It was published, I promise. It does not say what year. It doesn't say what year, so we'll find out. So, color of his own. Parrots are green. Goldfish are red.
That doesn't really make much sense.
Elephants are gray. Pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own. Except for chameleons. They change color wherever they go. On lemons, they are yellow. In the heather, they are purple. And on tiger, they are striped like tigers. One day, a chameleon, who was sitting on a tiger's tail, said to himself, "If I remain on the leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own." Well, with this thought, he cheerfully climbed onto the greenest leaf. But in autumn, the leaf turned yellow, and so did the chameleon. Later, the leaf turned red, and the chameleon too turned red. And then the winter winds blew the leaf from the branch, and with it, the chameleon. The chameleon was black in the long winter night. Look at him. He looks sad, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But when spring came, he walked out into the green grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his sad story. "Won't we ever have a color of our own?" he asked. "I'm afraid not," said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser. "But," he added, "why don't we stay together? We will still change color wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike." And so they remained side by side. They were green together, and purple, and yellow, and red and white polka dots, and they lived happily ever after. Oh, we found it. It was published in 1975. That's even before Messiah was born. So, sometimes we want to have things that are all of our own, but sometimes we're like other people too. I don't know anyone off the top of my head at school that has a twin, but twins are a lot alike, aren't they? They look alike or they talk alike. Sometimes they act alike. But they are still their own person, right? So this book tells us it's okay to be alike and it is okay to be different. And that's okay. Either one is fine. So we're going to move on to our next book. Okay, guys. So we're going to go on. We have The Crayon Box That Talked by Shane DeRolf and illustrated by Michael Letzkig. Okay, this is a really fun book. Now, we have puppets that go with these, and I don't know where they are. So maybe we should go find them. What do you think? Hold on, let's go find them. Oh, here they are. They kind of found me. What do you think? So we've got all these crayons, and look, one has kind of got a little open mouth face, like, what's going on? And the other one's like, I'm mad. And the other one's like, I'm happy. And this one looks like either it's asleep or just indifferent. It doesn't care. So we're going to read The Crayon Box That Talked. So I'm going to put these guys on my lap right here. And we can imagine together the crayons talking to us, okay? So it is really fun to have an imagination, right? Especially with crayons. Can you think of all the things we could make with crayons? We could draw everything we could think of because a box of crayons has so many cool colors and so many choices. And so maybe today would be a good time to draw a really cool picture and hang it in your window. Or draw some hearts, because that seems to be going around where people are drawing hearts and putting them in their windows. Or maybe you could make some cards and mom or dad could mail them to the local nursing homes because they're kind of sad that they can't see their friends anymore or their grandkids. So maybe that would be something really fun to do. Okay, so now we're going to start with The Crayon Box That Talked. And it is again by Shane DeRolf. And it was again published by Scholastic. And in the year, let's find it, 1996. So The Crayon Box That Talked. While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say. I don't like red.